it started feeling like a comfort place, home zone, homeland for me now to enter the court. But I actually don't mind this type of stereotyping. If people genuinely believe that when she comes into court, then there is definitely something worth watching. I don't mind getting court in every film of mine.
Yeah.
It is perfectly fine with me. As a public figure for now over 11 years, it has become a part of my daily thing to hear nonsense from some corners. People try to call me names or try to show me that how insignificant I am. But in the beginning, you're actually telling me how important I am for you to spend that much of time and effort on me. Hi, this is Tapsi Pannu, and you're watching me on E-Time.
Hi, this is Amina Sheikh here, and with me today I have the gorgeous, the stunning, of course, the talented Tapsi Pannu, welcoming her on E-Times.
Thank you so much, Amina. Thank you.
So, first of all, Tapsi, how does it feel being called as Rocket in the movie? Do you feel like one?
I was actually when they named it Rashmi Rocket. This was like a brief in the synopsis of the film. के मतलब comparison के type से कि everybody is like यार तो rocket की तरह भागती है, rocket की तरह भागती है. So, that was the thing that people used to talk about this character. And when they said कि नाम रख देते हैं picture का Rashmi Rocket, and I was like यार ये मतलब on one side it is like a little intimidating name because you're really keeping that as a part of your name, Rocket, कि भाई ये है उसकी रफ्तार. It's a very intimidating metaphor to have with her. तो वो मुझे एक तरफ से वो लगा था. दूसरा, I realized that how much this word rocket is actually used colloquially in our country अभी भी. कोई स्पीड की बात हो तो सबसे पहले वो रॉकेट ही बोलता है कोई, मतलब बच्चा भी आज की डेट में. So I realized the mass appeal of the film name Rocket is when I was like, हाँ okay, मतलब it looks like the apt name for the film. So then I was like little okay. Otherwise मुझे लगा था कि कुछ ज्यादा नहीं, मतलब वो हो गया कि इसको नाम के साथ ही रॉकेट जोड़ दिया.
Also, of course, I saw the film and it has a lot of emotional scenes also, the journey, how it is, how you become that, Rashmi Rocket. And of course, the physique you have. You must have practiced a lot to get that physique because it's so fit and having that speed to, constantly run and all. Of course, must have taken a lot of takes also, but to do that so passionately, how much, time did you take to prep up for this role?
First, you tell me, did you like the film?
I loved it. I cried.
Oh.
Actually.
Yeah.
I cried.
I was like कि अगर मैंने end में आंसू नहीं निकाला तो then this is not worked for me. तो even when I was performing it, I was like कि इस moment पे lump in the throat आना चाहिए, इस moment पे आंख में पानी भरना चाहिए, इस moment पे आंसू टपक जाना चाहिए. मैंने उतनी beat set करके I had like planned that this is how I will perform in these sequences कि तब तक आंसू निकल जाना चाहिए. So I'm glad that it has worked that way. And जैसे कि आपने बोला, picture has a lot of emotional moments. So if you now that you've seen the film, you will realize it's a human story more than sports drama. Sports is the backdrop of the film. Picture identity crisis के बारे में.
Yeah.
कि how can someone tell anyone कि you are not enough woman or not enough a man? मतलब this is your basic identity, human right. So someone else dictating and telling you and banning you, from a certain aspiration of yours because you're not a woman enough and you have to go out and prove कि नहीं भाई मैं औरत हूँ. So that is a very identity crisis wala situation which was targeted in the film, and sports became the backdrop of the film. Yeah, it was physically extremely draining. वो वाला जो prep था वो मैंने पिक्चर के सेट पे आने से पहले कर लिया था to make my body such कि once I am on the set, I concentrate on the drama side of it, the emotional side of it. तो जितनी बॉडी बनानी है, जितना काम करना है, वो उसके पहले महीनों काम हो चुका था. वहां पे आके लास्ट मोमेंट पे बॉडी पे आप कुछ कर नहीं सकते एनीवे. ठीक है, जितनी बननी थी वो बन गई, जितना स्टैमिना बनना था बन गया. एंड रीटेक्स की जहां आप बात करो, आई विल गिव फुल मार्क्स टू माय टीम. दे रियलाइज्ड आफ्टर द फर्स्ट 3 days ऑफ शूट, जिसके बाद मैं इंजर हो गई थी बहुत बुरी तरीके से बिकॉज आई वाज लाइक रियली ओवर एंथू एट running. I loved running and I was enjoying my speed. I was enjoying the strength जो मैंने बना ली थी भागने की. So I was giving it all, matlab back to back without relaxing and taking enough break, that I injured myself by third day. So उसके बाद my entire team became like a red alert team की तरह, कि अब पता चल गया है कि इतना strain नहीं करवाना muscle को. So after my recovery post that injury, when we actually shot those international race sequences, उसके अंदर मैंने actually 2 take से ज्यादा किसी रेस में नहीं दी, because they realized कि 5 कैमरा लगाएंगे, एक बग्गी कैमरा होगा which is actually used for sprinting, there'll be a drone camera, and there'll be 3 cameras covering me from all directions. At the same time 5 cameras were there when I was running. सब aware थे कि ये पूरा दिन में सिर्फ 2 ही टेक मिलेंगे फुल रनिंग के, उसके बाद अगर आपको इंटरकट्स लेने हैं ले लो, बट फुल सीक्वेंस जो है वो मैं 2 बारी ही भागूंगी, बिकॉज द बॉडी विल नॉट बी एबल टू रिकवर टू गिव 100%. एंड आई डोंट वांट टू start going for a take without feeling 100% energy, because वो ना कैमरे पे दिख जाता है if you're not giving it all you have. So इस वजह से everyone was very well prepared, and they actually made sure I don't get injured or I don't push myself beyond human limits to can those race sequences. So I give them due credit for working with me on that.
That's of course, like, it's quite critical for that matter, the way you prepared for the role. But also when the trailer was launched, you were trolled. You shared those tweets where people were addressing you as like mard hai kya hai. And even, and irony is that, even in the film, it's all about gender identity and how, actually, like, the entire scenario changes. How does it feel like in reality also you go through such trolls where you get often trolled for, what you are as a personality? What do you have to say on that?
See, as a public figure for now over 11 years, it has become a part of my daily thing to hear nonsense from some corners. And of course, love from other corners as well, because otherwise you can't sustain.
Yeah.
So it is okay with me, because I have become, it has become a usual part of being a public figure, honestly. So it doesn't affect me. It actually, for me, those comments became compliments, because when I posted those pictures and I started getting those comments, I was like, in my head, I was like, this is a genius. Like, I don't even have to feed the idea of my film in people's mind. Those trollers are only doing that for me. So unko realize nahi hua jaane anjane mein, they ended up helping me push the idea of my film without making any effort about it. So it was just by coincidence, and happily and luckily it so happened that instead of pulling me down, they helped me push and propagate the idea of my film, and hence helping me prove that this is a problem that exists and we need to do something about it. So that became a compliment for me. But if you're on the hindsight, if you start thinking about how it actually feels when someone hears this, मेरे लिए तो, as I told you, आदत हो गई है सुनते हुए. But the real athletes who actually either they form a body like that because of their work, because their work demands it. They are weightlifters, they are sprinters, they are in so many track and field events where they have to build a muscular big body. And on top of that, there are certain athletes who genuinely have higher testosterone levels in their body. And because of which their body looks bulkier than your average female body. And it's not their fault. They're genetically born with it. And they work so hard over years for that one event to win that one medal for the country. And, when they do that, they still have people in the society who end up calling them, तू मर्द है, ये तो मर्दों की तरह, इसे शादी कौन करेगा, तो आदमी की तरह दिखती है. So all that, you are very tomboyish, जो मुझे बोला जाता था while I was growing up. So it was very awkward to hear your comparison to a man or a boy when maybe you're just a different kind of girl from their idea of the girl. That doesn't make you a boy. She's probably proud to be the woman she is, and you are telling her that you're not a woman enough or you don't look like a woman. It's very unethical. It's against human rights.
In fact, Taapsee, also, like, as we see in this movie, you were not aware that, there is something called gender identity test, which takes place for, athletes out there. And just like you, even me, and even a lot of people for that matter, didn't know that, something like this existed. Like, of course, they have to go through something like this also to prove that, whether they are, female or they are she-males or they are like, males, like why their testosterone levels are high. So this
Hmm.
was like an eye opener also in a way, because
Yeah.
it's a topic which has not been discussed so
Yeah.
openly for people to know what exactly happens in sports live.
Yeah.
So that
Yeah.
was quite interesting, I must say that. But
Mhm.
also
Yeah.
there was one interesting part to see that Tapsi Pannu is again in a courtroom drama. That is like, it has to be there, that where Tapsi Pannu is there, be it Pink, be it Mulk, be it of course Thappad, and now this film. You are there in this courtroom drama where people have to defend you or you are defending someone. So how does
Yeah.
that feel being a part of that courtroom drama?
It started feeling like a comfort place, home zone, homeland for me now to enter the court. But I actually don't mind this type of stereotyping. If people genuinely believe that when she comes into court, then there is definitely something worth watching. I don't mind getting court in every film of mine.
Wow.
It is perfectly fine with me. It has just been the lucky charm in a way. It was not really planned for it to be like that. But if you have to question a big test, then you will have to enter a court. There was no way we could stay away from it. I remember during Thappad, we could stay away from it. So it was designed in such a way that you don't really have to stand in the kadkara there. You can
Hmm.
just, go in the office and sign and go back. But
Hmm.
in this, you couldn't do that because that argument needed the court.
Yeah.
So couldn't avoid this. But only difference being that this time probably you'll not have a dramatic moment or a monologue or of any kind from me in the court. That we kept very different. If you see, actually, I don't speak in the court at all.
Yes.
So
You're like,
that probably,
in fact.
yeah. So but because it would have been very weird to see the woman who's questioned that she's not woman enough to stand in the court and say nahi main woman hu.
Hmm.
Matlab, like how does one go and even defend that?
Yeah.
So the writers were very, very smart, Anirudh and Akash, both, who decided that let her not go and defend her womanhood. That would have been very weird. Let's just fight it with scientific logic,
Hmm.
and not like an emotional logic by saying कि नहीं मैं तो break down करूं वहां पे कि नहीं मैं तो औरत हूं तो मुझे कैसे बोल सकते हो.
Yeah.
Let that drama be out. Let's deal it with hard facts.
That was quite interesting that, they didn't focus on, like, showing that feminism, oh, I'm a feminist, I'm a proud feminist, and, such things are happening. That
Hmm.
also, that conversation also took place, during that courtroom drama. It's not about that. The point is
Hmm.
that, she has this kind of thing, and, you guys are just like, of course, trying
Yeah.
to do something on her and playing your own politics. And of course, I don't want to reveal what happens in the end scene when
Yeah.
the lawyer talks about what exactly the news is. So that,
Yeah.
of course, that was like, oh, that expressions on their face, like, oh my god.
Yeah, that
Now
was
how
one
can
scene
we?
I was waiting to do since the time I heard the storyline of this film.
Hmm.
That was the seller for me, for me to get sold to do the film.
Hmm.
I saw that sequence in that AV that Nanda Peryaswamy had come to me with,
Hmm.
a 2.5 minute AV that he showed me
Hmm.
to ask me if I'll do the film.
Yeah.
And I was getting more and more excited with this idea, which I also didn't hear about, the gender testing.
Hmm.
But when we reached the climax and that sequence in that AV that he showed me of, that animated characters and all,
Hmm.
that itself brought tears in my eyes. So I was like, wow, this is something that is worth doing the film for.
Hmm.
So not just gender testing, and that's why it was a deliberate idea to keep that away from the audience in
Hmm.
the trailer. Because आजकल क्या हो रहा है कि you show the trailer, you show everything the film.
Yeah.
So you end up watching the film knowing exactly what's
Yeah.
going to happen in the film. So we kept the entire third act of the film away
Hmm.
from the audience. Not let them not anticipate what's going to happen. Let them think कि उनको समझ में आ जाएगा gender test हुआ, she'll fight in the court, she'll
Yeah.
win in the court. But no, there's a twist to it.
Hmm.
So let them get surprised, and when they watch the film and feel like कि कुछ नया मिला उनको beyond the trailer, is why we kept it away.
Do you relate to the character because the character is quite goofat, and also that scene where actually the character has been, she gets angry very easily, and she loves to like hit men and all. Do you relate to that character though? Somewhere in your life, are you like that?
No, when I was 18, 19, maybe.
Okay.
Not now. So now I am not at all that physically aggressive. Though people I have a feeling that I might just the मार देगी types वाला attitude है इसका. But मैं real life में यार किसी को आज तक थप्पड़ नहीं मारा है.
Wow.
मैं मच्छर को ढंग से ना पकड़ के मार सकूं. So that is probably just the demeanor or the feeling that people get when they're with or when they see me. But actually, I can't even stand violence in front of my eyes. Forget about like doing it yourself. I've done action films, and I only know how I have had the heart to hit people there, because this is something I can't see. Forget about doing. So that aggression, that short temperedness I had during, my initial college days and all. But since the time I started working in this industry, my tolerance level for nonsense has gone so high. Like my patience bandwidth is like really big right now. I can tolerate a lot of nonsense around me.
I must say that. That's a huge achievement in over the 11 years. I must say that.
Yeah, ये industry सिखा देती है भाई बहुत ज़्यादा. You have to take a deep breath and then react. Don't be impulsive.
But Tapsi, for that matter, you have also been merged into controversies. What happened, the ED summons, be it also like, you being very
IT
vocal on
summons,
Twitter.
yeah, ED is very different from IT.
Yeah, sorry, IT summons, apologies. So yeah, you have been merged into this controversy of, IT summons, and also, for you being vocal on Twitter, many a times you get trolled and you also give it back. Like, how much of that patience level you have, because you have been very strong for that matter. I must say that. And you have been there for people who have been getting trolled immensely also on social media for that.
Yeah, because I never stood against people in particular. I've stood against what is wrong. I've always called out the sin and not the sinner. So that ways I have my rights and wrongs pretty much sorted. So yeah, just calling out the sin and not the sinner is something that has given me the strength to, keep going on, and when you've not done something wrong, so then there is nothing to get scared of. And if at all you've done something wrong that you have done without the intention of doing something wrong, there is no harm in apologizing and facing the punishment for the same. I have no ego issues there to apologize for a mistake that I did unintentionally. So I don't have a problem there at all. So by targeting me in any way, people try to call me names or try to show me that how insignificant I am. But in the bargain, you're actually telling me how important I am for you to spend that much of time and effort on me. So you're actually defying the very purpose of trolling someone by showing me how important my every word is. So all this, as over a period of time, has become too insignificant and irrelevant for me. And as I told you, I really, when I know that I have not done anything wrong, it's very difficult to scare me.
Tapsi, do you think for this movie you will finally win an award, a national award? You have been trying.
I've been whoever's asking me this, I'm just requesting that person to please help me get one.
But
that's all I can say.
Because this film is a kind of project which might get that kind of attention because you have practiced so much. It shows in the way you have been, in the character. So don't you think?
But I've been, if you see from Pink onwards, I have been really trying every year to come up with a performance that's going to help you take attention of my work. Different ways. Sometimes I'll try to be this really flawed character in Manmarziyan to end up being this 60, 70-year-old dadi, to end up being, like this character in Thappad who's just so docile and fragile, but at the same time such strong character from inside. Very feminine, very, very compassionate character. And here is a total out, raw, rough athlete. I've tried every kind of genre and style of character. This is all I can possibly do. And beyond this, it's not in my hand. So whoever asks me this about the award, I keep requesting them, play मेरे को तो नहीं आती lobbying करनी, आप कर लो मेरी जगह please. क्योंकि इसका आंसर तो मेरे पास है नहीं.
I'm definitely going to write this that Tapsi deserves a national award for this one. I will definitely
thank you
this for you because I feel that.
Please start. ये मुहिम आप start करो please.
Actually start for. Tapsi, you also recently turned producer. How happy are you? Getting into this side of your work area, the new life completely, because it's very different from what you are as an actor.
I am actually liking it because now I have the control in my hand to be able to say this is right for this film, so it should happen this way. There's so many times when I'm just an actor on a film, there's only so much I can do, because beyond that, if I try to push, they'll be like, she's an intrusive actor. So I don't want to be called that actor who intrudes in other people's business, right? But in a producer's or in a director's job or in a writer's job or in an editor's job, I shouldn't do that as an actor. But when you are a producer, you have all the rights to put in your vote as to what you feel right, what you want to be done for that project, who all should be a part of it, how it should be packaged, how it should be released. You have an official say in all of this. And while growing in this film industry, I wanted to be beyond just being an actor for my films, where I don't want to be that person who just blindly comes, does your acting job and go back. I want to really own that film, as it's something that I'm really proud of, and be not just the actor, but eventually try and become the star in the industry that a lot of us want to be. And for to be that star, you really need to own up the film, and then become a reason somewhere down the line for people to walk into the theater and watch the film if they believe in your choices, right? So I want to head towards that as a goal in my career, is why I wanted to be a more active in the whole process. And plus I wanted to put together the films in a way I feel it should be, with even in the ones I am not a part of primarily, where I might not be a part of it, but will be the same kind of cinema that people associate me with. It won't be like suddenly I start producing films like a khud hi audience nahi hu. So wo nahi hoga. But I wanted to put together my films my way, is why this step became very crucial.
But also, Tapsi, with this comes a huge responsibility, because films do well at the box office. At the same time, some films don't work at the box office. You have to think about the budget. And going by the situation we are in right now because of this lockdown, releasing theaters versus OTT platforms, there's a lot of responsibility being a producer. So how are you planning to manage this? Because it's not that easy to, because you're also balancing a career as an actress, which is of course on a different level altogether right now.
So yeah, that's exactly why I have Pranjal with me, who's my partner in Outsiders Films. She has worked on few of the biggest films that we have had in the film industry before, under different studios that he was a part of. So for me, the logistic and the practicality of things is like his department, where he assures that the budget makes sense, because zyadatar kya hota hai, films are not hit or flop. The budget is a hit or flop.
Yes,
because it's actually that. Agar budgeting sahi ho na picture ki, I rarely you'll find a film that can actually get called flop on paper. Yes. So for me, that he's the right man who does that job, who's been doing that job in the industry for over 2 decades. So if it was not for him, I probably would have not entered this thing of being a producer at all, because as you said, acting itself is such a wholesome job that you really don't have the bandwidth to do anything else beyond this. So even when I was there as an actor and a producer, my producer switch was off once I was on set, and it used to get on only after pack up was called. Because after pack up and before the first shot is when my brain used to work as a producer and take a lowdown of what has happened, where are we headed, are we in the budget, and what all can get better. But when I'm there as an actor on set, that whole producer switch was off, because I knew Pranjal is there on set very much hands-on to make sure things go smooth. Had it not been for him, I wouldn't have taken this drastic step actually.
That's quite good that you already have someone. But apart from that, if you fall in something like, if say not only controversies, but somewhere like where you feel confusion, who do you reach out to? Who is the personal gang of yours that you reach out to whenever you find yourself like a bit lost?
So there is, as people know by now, I really don't have a group in the film industry as such to, go and chill with, or to look at for any advice. If at all I feel confused, primarily most of my problems are sorted at personal level, because I feel I have very clear do's and don'ts in my life. So that really helps me take quick decisions. But if at all I am slightly confused, then the bouncing board that I have is my sister. So I just voice out my confusion to her and tell her both the sides of the coin, and she helps me tell what she feels as a third person. So yeah, so that if at all I have to go aage kisi se kuch suggestion lene, then it will be Shagun. But not necessarily that I'll listen to her all the time. I would probably just want a third opinion to know ke matlab kya, what does she think about
agree
it.
With that dialogue in the movie that ye khud ki bhi sun le wahi kafi hai.
हाँ, तो वही एक्चुअली खुद की सुनती है, वही बहुत बड़ी बात है. So that actually that actually applies to me in a lot of ways. Like किसी की नहीं सुनती, खुद की सुनती है. I used to say it in a different way. कि सुनो सबकी, करो अपनी.
Okay, yeah, that's a very good thing. Actually, you should do that, because if you fall, also you know that you have done what you wanted to do in the end.
Yeah, you make mistakes. I keep telling everyone, even the younger actors who sometimes speak to me, like they ask me, being an outsider, and what do you feel, this path or that path? And I tell them, please make your own mistakes.
Yeah.
And you have to learn from your own mistakes. I can't give you a formula. Nobody gave me a formula. जिन्होंने दिए थे वो बड़े बकवास formula थे. Nothing worked for me. So I will tell you, please make your mistakes and learn from that, and then move ahead.
You recently also said that the freedom of being you is not there. So what do you mean with that? Like, do you like feel that maybe overall you don't have that kind of freedom of being what you are? Or like for a lot of people out there, they don't have that freedom of being the way they are?
No, I would have said it in a particular context. If I can recall, it might just be because, see, as an actor, on one side, you are expected to be this righteous person who always does right things, so who's always, doing things, keeping in mind that there are thousands who are looking up to you, and all of that. On the other hand, you are expected to portray very real, believable characters, and to portray real emotions in front of camera, and be very believable, and not black and white, but actually different shades of gray, because that's what all of us are, right? So if you don't let me make my mistakes and be myself, and let me be that gray in my real life, how will I really know what being gray is? And experience a bit of that for me to show that on screen in my characters. So maybe that in that context, I would have said that it's very difficult that we are expected to not be real, and on one side, and expected us कि भाई ये तो बहुत fake है, ये actors तो बड़े fake होते हैं. But then you only want us to do all the righteous things all the time. So it's a very big dilemma that I've had to understand, what do you really want? You want us to be real, or you want us to be always right?
Yeah, maybe they have this image that, oh, they're actors, so ये लोग की life तो काफी lavishing होती है, ये होती है, वो होती है. There is this perception. So sometimes you should do that, because you're so active on Instagram, you should do that, perception versus reality kind of deals now. That is something which we can.
Yeah, I think nowadays, so because of social media, everybody feels that they are star themselves. So they've understood what it is to be to get attention from public. So now they understand, अगर प्यार आता है हर direction से, तो जब backlash आता है और scrutiny आती है, तो I have seen बड़े influencers go into a closet, and not being able to surface that quickly. And now you realize how it is when an actor is scrutinized for something that he or she didn't intend to do. So because of social media, everybody is getting that dose of that medicine.
Taapsee, even your partner is into sports. He's a sports personality. Did you get any kind of like guidance from his end while preparing for this role?
There's literally like no overlap in any way whatsoever. So it has been a very individual effort with no looking out for help or advice or suggestion.
Wow, that's quite nice. And what are your upcoming projects you are working on, Taapsee?
अरे यार, अभी तो बहुत कुछ आना है. I've been working. I have the Loop Lapeta coming up after this, releasing after this. Then I have Dobara Kashyap that's going to come after that. Then I have Shabash Mithu. Then I have Blur. Then I have वो लड़की है कहाँ. And there are a couple of more films that I'll come with at least 4 films every year. I have been coming with 4. I'll keep coming with 4 for at least next 2 years. So yeah, so you'll have a lot of me, like it or no.
And lastly, it's up to you to answer this question. Aryan Khan has been in controversy, and like him, a lot of people get into this controversy of being into this having drugs or whatever, like getting caught and being not even proved for that matter. Legally he's not been proved that he was there or like that. The things are happening, but he's getting trolled, and a lot of things are happening on social media. Do you somewhere feel that being an actor, there's a lot of baggage also, because when you have a family, a lot of questions keep on happening on them if something or the other happens? What are your thoughts?
That's a part and parcel of being a public figure. And the baggage every public figure's family also carries, like it or no. So that's, you can't, I mean, you have the positives of enjoying a a star status, of enjoying all that, this is the kind of negative that also comes with it. See, if it's a family of a big star, you also enjoy the perks of that, right? So there's a negative side also of it that you end up facing. So as far as you are prepared for facing the consequences after going through the trial officially, you don't really have to bother. I think at that kind of stardom level, you're aware of the scrutiny that's going to happen. It's not like "Kahan se aa gaya, pata nahi wala" type. So I'm sure they know the kind of repercussions of things that's going to happen, right? So I think, no, with that kind of star status, that person is very well aware of what can happen. As far as they are ready to go through the legal process, which is the law of the land, you have to go through it. So people keep saying anything. Today they are saying something, tomorrow they'll say something else, day after this some other thing will come, which will then you'll say something else. That's not important. What is important is what really happens in the legal proceedings. As far as you're ready for that, nothing else really matters.
And lastly, before I let you go, there are two last questions. One is, which is your favorite sports? And second is, which is a favorite sports you play with your family?
So my favorite sport currently that I enjoy playing is squash. I've really been playing that since past couple of years. And with my family, I only play board games. So it's only board games that we enjoy playing together. Now, my family is not, I don't think, apart from me, maybe my sister plays a little bit of squash sometimes, or badminton with me a little bit, but they're not very outdoor sports enthusiasts in my family, really.
Oh, okay. But I'm sure after watching this movie, they will definitely get a different high altogether, because this movie deserves that applaud. And of course, the brave.
Thank you, Samina.
And I'm definitely sure it's going to win over whenever it releases. Thank you so much for
Thank you so much, Samina.